This is a brand new Civil War map I just found. And yes, it's a massive beach leading up to an island fort here. So you know what we gotta do. Let's transform it into a Civil War D-Day battle. Alrighty then, boys, here we have our Civil War D-Day, with Confederate soldiers coming out of these primitive LCVP Higgins boats, and they are going to be attacking Union bunkers at the very frontier. These trench lines have some Gatling guns backing them up, and then, of course, a preliminary line in front of the fort here, and finally the fort lines over here, with 3 artillery positions this way for them to fire out at the oncoming enemies. And the enemies also have some cannons on top of some of their LCVP boats over here, so they will have some defense against Union cannons throughout this battle. Either way, let's get into this thing. Alrighty then, boys, pressing start right now, and let's check out what ends up going down in this Civil War D-Day battle. Already we can see rifles going off from the Union lines, a massive Confederate charge straight into the trench defenses right here. Those flag bearers just putting it all out there and going for the charge. Their soldiers around them falling in kind. We've got grenades coming out here. Some of those pineapples are going to explode and kill a whole batch of Confederate troops over this way. And yes, they do. My goodness, over here we do have a number of Union soldiers going down. Not before they manage to get quite a number of kills themselves. One Union gunner over here is still alive, trying to reload that Gatling gun right now, but he is likely to go down, and there we go, he gets shot up right there. The front line of trenches seems to be pretty much all but down right now, and now the second line of trenches is already starting to take losses and become the new front line of the battlefield. We do have some snipers out here, some sharpshooters, some of the 1st New York Battalion right there, as well as just standard line infantrymen for the Union troops as well. Same thing for pretty much all the trenches, decent variety in here, and those sharpshooters I think are going to be the most important to keep alive on this battlefield for the Union, as well as of course the Gatling guns like this one over here, which, while it takes a long time to reload and is also extremely inaccurate in the process, these things are just so important because they can get crazy kills all at once. And of course, keeping large swaths of riflemen alive is important as well. Right now, the Confederates are still dumping soldiers into the ocean over here and charging them on forward from the LCVP Higgins boats onto the beaches, trying to get them firing as much as possible. Their cannons here might be reloading. I'm not totally sure what they're doing right now. Yeah, this one over here is reloading. So they are firing from these boats, which is a good thing for the Confederates, bad obviously for the Union. But the Union have their own 12-pound Armstrong guns over this way, which I'm not fully sure if they're... Oh, they're definitely in range. Never mind. Let's track these 2 shells going out here, see where they end up hitting. I used to be like obsessed with, oh, they missed horribly. I used to be obsessed with metal detecting southern rivers videos. Like, that was like my bread and butter. I'd watch it every single day as a kid. I got big into metal detecting and like magnet fishing, and they'd always find some like Union shells or sometimes little musket balls or rifle cartridges and stuff like that. It's just so cool, man. I really wish I lived in a spot where that was possible, or like knew a good location to go do that, because I would love to do that. Huge explosion rocks the far left side of the beach over here, exploding an entire Gatling gun right there. It was already down for the Union, but it killed a lot of those Confederate soldiers surrounding it as well. So that is a huge bonus for the Union troops right there. This trench is nearly dead now. The middle one is still going fairly strong. They've taken some losses, and the far right one is still also doing pretty well. And these Gatling guns, as you can see, are able to cycle out decent fire, though once again extraordinarily inaccurate. Not a single one of those shots we just watched actually landed. And oh, this one actually got a shot in. Beautifully done. Oh, more gun ammo just going completely kaputs over here, doing pretty much nothing for the Union. What are we doing, boys? Alright, let's go into normal speed here, because honestly, I don't think it's too laggy of a battlefield. We'll see how we do. Well, you know, if it's too laggy, we'll drop it down to maybe like 2 speed or something along those lines, but it seems pretty good for now, and you can really get the full effect of what's going on. It's really fun, these types of battles, because each soldier can have such an impact. With most of these rifles being 1 to 2 shot kills, one soldier can go absolute sicko mode and destroy. It just really results in some crazy Rambo moments on these battlefields here, as opposed to like the modern mods and the Star Wars mods. Each soldier can be a little bit more cannon foddery, although these guys can be cannon foddery in their own right as well. As we can see, the Gatling guns are just absolutely shredding these boys. Just absolute destruction. Let's go ahead and check out the battle map right now. Red are dead Confederate soldiers. They're dying all the way back in their boats back here. And yellow are dead Union soldiers, which quite a number of them have gone down as well. This Gatling gun has 29 kills. This one has 52, and this one here has 71. So, yeah, if you didn't think the Gatling guns were doing all that much, you would most certainly be wrong. Still a few troops in the trenches throughout here, but they are continuing to die out. And don't get me wrong, there are still hundreds of Confederate rebels in the battle still alive. So they're definitely going to be able to come forward and do some more damage to the Union. But hopefully this massive amount of fire output from the Union has weakened the rebels enough to keep them at bay and keep them from actually entering into the fortress back this way, where we do have some very good wall lines. Actually, a few soldiers have already died up here. I don't know if they've died due to stray bullets or what is killing them right there. If sharpshooters are actually directly targeting them, I kind of doubt it. It's pretty far away, so I'm guessing stray bullets are killing those guys. And again, the 1 to 2 shot kill is pretty deadly when it comes to that. So I think that's probably what it is, honestly. Come on, officer, what are you doing? Kill these guys. What are you doing? Why, yes, you're spotting them with your spyglass. Now stab them. Oh my goodness. Officers in this are so glitchy. Usually once they expel all of their Colt revolver ammo, which goes really, really quickly, they take out the spyglasses and proceed to do nothing but charge forward and then just exist. So, really interesting tactics there. Really interesting tactics. At least these guys back here are able to use the trenches as their own now, which is giving them a little bit of cover. But I would not be hanging out here for too long, because here comes more artillery fire. And yes, that's why I would get as close as possible to try and start knocking out that artillery, going hard on the far left to try and wipe them out as quickly as possible. That would probably be my strategy if I was commanding this battlefield right now. As for the Union, just keep doing what you're doing, because they are absolutely dominating right now back here. Those first 2 trenches fell pretty quickly. I was a little bit surprised actually how quickly they fell. Oh, incoming Confederate artillery fire right there from the boats. Not too shabby, not too shabby. But yeah, these back lines for the Confederates are actually doing quite well. It looks like actually this was hit by some Confederate artillery fire right there, taking out those 2 New York soldiers. Yes, the Gatling guns are going down. Still 2 more over this way, but this one has died. Oh no, there's still a okay. Dude, what? Do I need to like remove the spyglass from you? Bye-bye, spyglass. Take out the pistol. Dude, really? Here. This is for you guys. Those guys should have done that ages ago. The guy still had Colt ammo. I don't know what he's doing. I've also still got like 1 very brave soldier on some barricades over this way, firing away. How many kills you got, my friend? None. Okay, Phil. His name is Phil. This Gatling gun has 108 kills. This one's got 80. And this one over here had 29 before it went down. This trooper's got 1 kill. This trooper's got 3. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got none. This bunker, this guy's got none. This guy's got none. And that guy's got none. Wow! Those guys aren't doing that much. The artillery back here, 5 kills. This one, 1 kill. This one, 6 kills. So actually, that artillery is not going crazy or anything like that. This Confederate cannon has 0 kills. This one has 0 kills as well. And this one has 0 kills. So maybe, well, the Confederate cannons definitely killed this, right? I mean, that's a cannon shell, and there's 2 dead bodies. So I'm not totally sure. Either way, it's apparent to me that a number of Confederate soldiers are stuck on their Higgins boats. So I'll just drag them to shore as, like, the second wave is coming in. Not very many troopers, obviously, but I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose, for them. They should be lucky to be blessed with 30 reinforcers right there. But beyond that, everything they've got right now is what they've got to complete this battle. And we'll see if they are very much so capable of doing that, or if they will be crushed under the Union guns. Yeah, beautiful. Keep firing, boys. Crush the rebel scum. These cannons over here, I really thought we're getting a lot more kills, but they're not. Maybe not all cannon kills actually count as kills for the cannons? I don't know. I feel like we're seeing tons of impacts dropping people to the ground and stuff like that, but it's just not getting the kills or something. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is with that. It seems like they should be a lot more effective than they actually are. Either way, why don't we go ahead and time-lapse for a little bit here as these Confederates come up to the second trench line here, and it looks like they have killed the Gatling guns now. Quick little 3-minute time-lapse right there, and these troops are kind of being dumb. A few are being smart and actually getting in the trenches, but most are up in no man's land just free firing from the waist. I don't think that is a good plan in the slightest, and Exhibit A is these guns are still alive and firing dead on in them, and you can see all the little impact rings around no man's land where they're hitting. So obviously not a great place to sit. I know back in World War I they always said statistically, go lay inside of shell craters, because, you know, what are the odds it's gonna strike twice in the same place? But in the real world, that, you know, that's not actually a good idea. that's goofy. That's not I guess if you have nowhere else to go, sure, but like the best plan is to move out of that situation and come forward and actually proceed with the assault in this situation, I believe. So yeah, that's my thought process here, but we'll see, you know, what ends up happening. Either way, once again, I know I've said this in the last few videos, this is pre-recorded because Hurricane Milton is coming to town. We're just outside of Orlando, so we're bunkering up and stuff like that, and so I'm pre-recording some videos for the channel, so hope everyone's staying safe and all that good stuff right now. But hopefully we'll get back to some regularly made videos once it has passed, or if I just don't lose power, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it's almost a guarantee at this point. Either way, Union lines here are doing fantastic. It helps that they have 1, 2, 3 sharpshooters up here and 1 sniper up here. These guys must be absolute killing machines right now. This guy's got 13 kills. This guy's got 14. This guy's got 15. And the sniper only has 2. Okay, so the sharpshooters are better than the snipers. This sharpshooter over here, 23 kills. Yeah, the sharpshooters are doing incredible things right now. And I think it's just about Jover for the Confederate soldiers. They do have maybe like 50 soldiers left spread out around here, but yeah, they are getting hard locked in. I think, you know, whatever happens during this battle will be the solution, but we do like to do some alternative battle strats afterwards. So I think we'll probably just start the Confederates further up the beach after this battle concludes and see how they do if they don't have to deal with the trenches and they're just immediately dealing with the fort here. But this is looking like a Union victory overall. We will continue to let it play out, and let's watch in time-lapse form here the Union soldiers on the ramparts here firing away, and then we'll do our alternative battle once this battle has ended. Well, boys, I think that's just about it. Oh no, there's actually still quite a number. They're just not coming forward, like, at all. Alright, well, you know what that means, you being cowards? Then you gotta come forward, no matter what. we'll bring forward the last few dudes. I don't think there's any chance they would actually win this battle now. They've stalled way too much. They've lost too much momentum. I think the fort, plus all the losses that the Confederates already took leading up to the fort, kind of just resulted in them petering out. I think they lost their window to actually win this thing a little while ago, and now it's just a matter of how many are gonna die, which is all of them, because we're gonna just yeet them forward because it's fun. But then we'll give them a second shot here. Of course, the original standing of the video still stands, but we will give them a second shot by eliminating the trenches here and seeing if that helps out the Confederates in attacking this fort. I think the fort, honestly, the bunker, plus the trenches behind the bunker, plus the artillery mounds, plus the actual fort walls here, it just makes for a deadly combo. It's a really good fort setup here, honestly, and without the Confederates really charging too much in the second half of this battle, it makes for a pretty problematic attack because they're in the back trying to withstand a very, very powerful fort instead of just yeeting themselves on forward and trying to overwhelm, which would have been the strategy I would go with. But it is what it is. Let's fast motion here as I mean, they're probably getting a few kills here and there. Yeah, they are. They're doing in a few of these boys, but overall, yeah, their battle is just about done. They're getting wiped. They're getting washed by the defenders right now, and the old United States is gonna win again, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let me go ahead and readjust the battle to see what happens next. Alright boys, as you can see, we've shifted the army up the beach and eliminated the Union defenses in the trenches just as a for fun type beat in the second half of this video. So there's already fire from those guys. The folks on the left that we were watching, a little bit late to respond and firing just a smidge after here. Confederates are definitely getting a lot more shots off earlier now, I would say, since they have greater distance from the enemy. It's definitely helping them out. Though they are still taking some losses, they're also going to have access to these trenches more or less this time around, which will definitely help them out in the long run. That's going to be a huge measure for them right there. Of course, we still have the Armstrong guns down here for the Union, which I'm hoping continues to be fairly effective because we don't have those Gatling guns anymore, which is a pretty major loss. Okay, they're firing away. Let's see where these suckers land. Oh, a beaut of a shot right there. Look at that. Crikey. And another real good one over this way. Those two cannons just did a bang-up job. The third is now firing. Let's see if it calibrated just as well as the other two. It's going to land right there, and okay, not a bad shot. It just kind of an unlucky landing, but I would still give them credit because that was fairly decent right there, I will say. Let's check out the losses already. So yellow are dead Union, red are dead Confederate. Confederate definitely at 3 times the number of deaths as the Union, but at the very least, it seems like they're making more progress this time around faster, which will certainly help them in the long run here. Since we've already kind of seen this part of the battle, let's time-lapse for a little bit and watch the Confederate soldiers make their push. Alright, well, the rebels have made a little bit more progress up the beach now. I'm actually surprised. This trench line is still surviving really nicely. I guess it's probably this bunker cover and then also some foliage and barricades are just preventing those bullets from really impacting them too much. But I'm surprised because they're still able to fire themselves. Also, artillery still rounding off fire. Really nice hit right there, taking out 3 different Confederate soldiers right there. Let's see. This thing's got 7 kills, this one's got 1, and this one's got 3. See, I feel like I've seen all of these cannons get more kills than that. So, once again, I'm not totally sure those statistics are actually accurate right there. But the boys on the walls are doing quite well for themselves here. Let's actually check it out. This trooper's got 6 kills. This trooper's got 9. I'm mainly checking the sharpshooters and the snipers because they get the most kills. This sniper's got 1. This sharpshooter's got 3. Over this way, both of these sharpshooters are already dead. Wow, we've got a couple Confederates charging through the jungle right there. This trooper's got 1 kill. This trooper's got 1 kill. This trooper's got 1 kill. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got none. This trooper's got 1. Alright, the regular line infantry's doing a little bit, but not a lot. That guy's got 1 kill. Yeah. What about these guys? This guy's got 1 kill. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. 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 Okay. Alright. That's disappointing. But it is what it is, boys. So the wall still seems to be holding. Confederates are making some progress, but not quite enough to actually get the job done just yet. Let's continue to watch. Alright boys, well, some developments have happened. This position here is almost overrun. There's just a couple troopers defending. The trench below it also down for the count. They did a great job fighting though. Definitely contributed many kills. The Union cannons over here are still firing away, which is good. Though this one's going nearly vertical with its attempts to fire up at these guys. So they're getting a little too close for those to actually be all that effective pretty soon. The boys over here, still very much so alive, doing a great job. Ooh, there goes a sharpshooter. That's a big loss for the Union right there. I think more of those guys are going to start dropping from that wall fairly soon. Let's go ahead and unclip camera position here. It is getting a little bit laggy with all these troopers firing out at once. Oh! Confederates actually climbing up this wall here. There's a trooper up there as well as these 4 down here, preventing them from charging in too much. But now those 4 are reloading. That guy takes 1 out, more charging up. There's a couple more Union soldiers here that are all reloading as well. So these Confederate troopers are getting in here, and that officer just beat that trooper. And these guys are also getting kicked and destroyed. Oh, yeah, that's nasty. That is nasty, nasty work right there. Oh, because these guys used all of their bullets on 1 trooper, and then 4 more came on in right there. That's not good. Hopefully, these guys up top can recover somewhat. We've got so many troopers here, but they're all reloading. It's painful to watch, man. It is tough. And these guys to the far right could technically help, but they really need to save their own skin and keep firing into the bulk of the Confederates that way to keep them at bay more or less. These guys about to be done reloading. I think it is slow motion because there is so much lag right now. We don't want to lag out even more. There we go. There we go. Get some shots off, hit some shots, take out some of these troopers that are charging right on in here and meleeing a ton of these guys to death right now. This is not good. These troops back here, I also feel like could do a great job of firing out that way, but they're just not right now. Or even these guys could fire up that way. Maybe they are, but somehow these Confederate troopers are still managing to get in here and sow some serious chaos amongst the Union ranks here. Yikes. Still very slow going due to the lag and the slow motion. A couple more troops up top here dying out. Let's actually check. Yellow are dead Union soldiers, red are dead Confederates. Confederates taking extreme losses in this battle, but this time around, without those front trench lines to whittle them down a bit more, the Union is definitely struggling a decent amount here. Why don't we go ahead and do another time lapse up top, overhead like this, and watch what happens. Four minutes later, and the Confederate Army has entered into the interior of the base here. I think we've depleted enough of the lag that we can go into full speed. Now, the Union defense is made up of a couple soldiers over here that are all dead now. A few troops in the back here, and then this pocket is the main defense, I'd say. There's also these guys still alive up here. They're fighting some exterior troopers still. So it's going to be this corner here that is make it or break it now for the Union lines. I don't think they've got this in the bag, to be completely honest. It's as many as basically a fight of however many rebels they can take with them. That is the big thing right now. So Union defending and getting kind of walloped at this point. See, these troopers keep turning around to fire outside the fort. Save your ammo for when you get charged at the front here, which is definitely about to happen, as there's a lot of Confederate troops over this way. Luckily, they're actually trying to get onto the ramparts and being distracted pretty good. Ooh, these Union troops over here getting slapped around pretty bad. This is no bueno, my dudes. Look at these guys just marching on up, firing squad style, ready to take out these Union troops. The Union, though, fighting back, managing to get some kills. That's good to see. At least these boys are going down with a huge fight in mind, taking out multitudes of these rebel soldiers now. Beautiful. Although a couple of them now starting to get picked off bit by bit. Some melee action going on as well. Confederates might be trying to capture, but these guys are in last stand defense mode, and they're not going to go down without a fight. That is for sure, 100%. Yep, there goes a couple more Union soldiers, and that is it. The last trooper at the water tower ends up going down, and the Union has lost the fort. But again, this was just bonus content. The first battle still stands as a Union victory. Yellow are dead Confederates, red are dead Union soldiers. I'd say the Confederates lost 3 to 4 times as many troopers as the Union, so still a really good battle in terms of the overall war, because the Confederates were outnumbered by so much and Union soldiers were worth less in terms of a strategic position. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.